Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Here are the five for Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Maxey in at the one. And for the Nets, we've got Nicholas Claxton. Matisse Thybulle out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Shepherd. And it's Hield in at the two. There's always going to be player movement in the offseason. I have to imagine some of those guys are still meshing with their new team, Grant.
Well, it depends on the player, B.A. With young guys, it can take more time to adapt. But for the veterans, they know what their game is about by this point.
Now here's Maxey. And in the game with Boston, he did not play well. Shoots over Shepherd. No good off the back of the rim. Outside Hield. There's the three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Oubre with it. And it's Hield picking him up. The three is up. Claxton with a rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked, what do you do about Tyrese Maxey, a guy who can spark plays out of thin air? Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, I'm trying to keep someone in front of him all night. I don't want Maxey seeing the shots he wants or the passing lanes he's looking for. It's a tough assignment, but Coach says he's got the right guys for the job. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. And teams built to win now don't always have the young pieces that Philly does things.
Yeah, BA, particularly in their backcourt. Nice drafting and great trades have given them an abundance of talent.
Pass to Shepherd. Simmons looking around. Sinks that one from the post.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
To the inside. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Here's the break. For three, Maxey. And George gets it to go on the assist by Maxey.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Claxton. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Maxey, that's good.
Such a flashy player. The ball control Maxey has is really impressive.
Here's Shepherd out to the right wing. Back to Simmons. The putback. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Oubre. The shot, no good. Hield with the defensive effort. Here's Shepherd. Drives to the hoop. And a strong finish with two hands.
Yeah, good timing from Shepherd on the drive, which is essential since he sometimes lacks the speed to beat the defense outright.
And it'll be Philadelphia with their first time out of the game here. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
And you know, when I watched that game back, I thought they actually did play well. The other team just played better.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Edgecombe comes in for Oubre. McCain's checked in for Grimes. And it's Lowry in for Tyrese Maxey. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Fultz passes to Bol. Counted.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. You know, Tim, when given the opportunity, Bol has shown flashes of being an impactful player.
Well, B.A., he is a very intriguing talent with his size and skill set. Now, for him, it's all about consistency and translating that potential into winning plays.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Williams from long range. Drummond grabs the miss. The Sixers leading. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The three from Edgecombe. Williams grabs the board. And Williams has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Well, that's why they're called free throws. And it seemed like with each miss, their confidence took a hit. It's just too hard to overcome that.
Here's McCain following the three by Brooklyn. Back to Lowry. Pass to George. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Fultz is good.
Markel Fultz.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Nets out in front, up 3. And we'll be back with you shortly.
13.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
We've got Matisse Thybulle, Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Shepherd in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's McCain. Pass to Maxey. Back to McCain. Here's Grimes. Misses the 3.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the 3.
Here's Shepherd. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there. All right, Shams, thank you very much for that report.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards. Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls.
Ben Simmons. At the line 2 times.
Both shots good from the strike.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
76ers trail by 9. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And here's Embiid. He's coming off a 19-point game against Boston.
And he really helped them control the game on the glass.
Tim, these recent injuries robbing Embiid of prime years. 7 straight All-Star appearances up to 2020.
Yeah, B.A., for a player his size that moves as quickly as he does, it seems like it put a tremendous amount of strain on those lower extremities. It's a common theme in this league.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all of that stuff, but it'll still work. Guys?
Trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Oubre, following the bucket by the Nets. The shot no good. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. And Embiid with the block.
And when Embiid is doing that, protecting the paint, he's as impactful as anyone in this league.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And it's Shepherd missing.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
While Maxey is an elite shooter, Tyrese is at his best using his speed, going downhill.
Hield for 3. And McCain pulls it down. 76ers trail by 7. Outside Oubre. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
For Brooklyn, Clowney, he's checked in for Claxton. Williams comes in for Thibault, and Beasley has subbed in for Heel. Philadelphia also making some changes. Paul George comes in for Grimes, and it's Edgecombe in for Maxey.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty. Brooklyn
Making a switch here. Fultz is checked in, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Lowry's checked in. To the paint. Here's Edgecombe. Deflected. Beasley. Pass to Williams. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
So far, they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Inside, Lowry could be at a slight disadvantage, but his craftiness makes up the difference. And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and is getting them to the free throw line.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Oubre. Now here's Simmons. Give him 8 points now.
Well, that's a tough rebound there to secure, but he put all of his size in there in order to secure it.
Lowry, the pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving it around. Over Williams. Fades and shoots. And off the glass. That one's good. Embiid's got 8.
Oh, my. Sinking yet another mid-range jumper.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys would be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Bol, he's checked in for Clowney, and it's Sharp in for Simmons. Pass to Beasley. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
46 seconds left in the first half. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Edgecombe. Bol grabs the board. Nets leading by 3. Williams on the wing. Corner shot. He gets it in there. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Shot, left block. Edgecombe, no good. Fultz scanning the floor. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Nets out in front, up by 5. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. Checking out Brooklyn, Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
We have to love the second unit. I mean, the effort they displayed, they're doing much more than giving the starters a break. We're seeing real intensity from them, particularly on the offensive end.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
They need to play with better energy on defense. These guys were going to sleep out there. Anyway, they've allowed over 50% shooting. They've got way too many open looks. I'm sure they hear it in the locker room. Maybe they'll come out angry.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Ben Simmons.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Quentin Grimes out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Paul George. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. Here's Shepherd. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. And you watch Buddy Hield, Tim. A 6'4", sharp-shooting guard. Some similarities to your game.
Well, he gets those threes up at a rate I could only dream about back when I played, B.A. The green light that shooters play with these days, I tell you what, it must be nice.
Here's Maxey. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Claxton. Here's Simmons. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the 76ers.
That's 3 straight misses to start the second half. Not what they wanted.
Claxton with the block.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by the Nets. Pass to Grimes. Lays it up and banks it in.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
You love seeing games like this from Simmons, looking absolutely dominant and in control offensively.
76ers trail by 5. Pass to Oubre. 2 minutes. Oh, how about that?
Oh, out of my way.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Here's Shepherd. It counts, and the foul. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
And I love Shepherd's focus here. He doesn't let the foul distract him from his shot.
Clowney, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Philadelphia also making some changes. Drummond's checked in for Embiid, and Jared McCain subbed in for George. Now here's Drummond. He's scoreless. Right side Maxey, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Oubre. Takes the 3. Thibault with the board.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Hield from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Hield's got 6. And when we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Now here's Hield. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
I just love the ball.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the time?
Well, let's pump the brakes right here. Put a Band-Aid on this, and you've got to turn it around. The momentum is going the other way.
For Brooklyn, Bol, he's checked in for Claxton. Williams comes in for Thibault. And it's Markelle Fultz in for Shepherd. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Oh, it's blocked by Bol. There's a minute 26 left in the third quarter here. Back to Hield. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by McCain. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. 5th best, the 76ers.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risks and know when to go after opportunities for steals. Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Here's Edgecombe. No made baskets yet. Outside McCain, looking to win the run. He can't get it to go. Healed with the defensive effort.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Oubre. And another shot. And it's good on the layup. Oubre's got 4 points in the quarter.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
Nothing will drive your coach crazier than what you just saw. Lack of focus, lack of effort.
Drummond grabs the miss.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, that's the kind of play that can earn you a spot on the bench.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets out in front, leading by 17. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Markelle Fultz. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Shepherd in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects.
Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
Oh my, Big Ben showing us how it's done.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 19. Simmons brings a double team. Embiid. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this. Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Ball stolen. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Fultz. Banked it in off the glass.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
A few possessions into the 4th. Just over a minute played. It's George on the wing. Tries again, and he comes up with a bucket.
From point-blank range, you won't see Embiid miss many.
Now here's Fultz, guarded closely. On the attack, Simmons.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. And Claxton comes to help. Here's Embiid. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Thibault, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The 76ers also with a sub. Grimes is checked in. And Embiid, no good on that one. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel in any sport. You agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
Fultz against Maxey. Shoots over Fultz. Philadelphia with another miss.
Great contest down low. Allowing no easy hoops is a winning approach.
It's stolen. Oh, stolen by Fultz. Simmons, the pass to Thibault. Claxton. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. And legs, you look at Jared McCain, an NBA frame and a sharpshooter.
And floor spacing is so important in this league right now. So if you can knock down shots and just hold your own in other areas, a coaching staff is going to find time for you.
First onto the scene. Now he's a household name.
Absolutely.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Hield's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Oubre, he's checked in for Maxey. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Well, if Embiid gets rolling like this, what are you going to do? There's no way to stop him with all of that power.
And the Nets call time here.
Friends, please give a big round of applause.
And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Ben Simmons.
The hoop looked about 4 feet wide for him tonight. I mean, his shooting was so dialed in. It really allowed for him to score the ball just over and over throughout the game.
Ooh, he picked the right night to have a standout game. Looking to avoid their third straight loss, he made sure they're going to leave here with a win.
Yeah, when I watch Reed Sheppard play, I'm sometimes reminded of John Stockton. The type of handle and the way he goes to the cup, quicker and more athletic than he appears. You know, I know that's big shoes to fill, but I just like the similarities and the intensity.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Maxey's checked in. George passes to Maxey. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Outside heel. Launches a three. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nets.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
You know, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ben Simmons.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Bol, he's checked in for Claxton. Clowney comes in for Sheppard. Williams is checked in for Thibault. And Beasley has subbed in for Hield. Philadelphia also making some changes. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Edgecombe comes in for Paul George. And it's Lowry in for Maxey. So the Nets making a switch here. Sheppard's checked in. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Williams. They get it back.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
From 11 feet away, rejected by Bol. And they pick up 2.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
24 seconds left to play in the fourth. Outside, Williams. Pass to Clowney. Beasley for 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Right side Grimes. Beyond the arc. It's not going to go for him. So we see the Nets taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. you best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that about wraps it up. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And we'll see you next time.